Our world suffers all sorts of tragedies, whether it's famine, local or widespread, volcanic or earthquake activity, flooding from rains, or tidal waves, hurricanes, tornadoes, ice storms. All of these naturally occurring phenomenon, they'll never go away, at least not in our lifetime. There are so many hardships that are perhaps a little bit less natural. The plight of the homeless, the war veterans who can't find a path forward, the mentally challenged, the urban challenges and the rural poverty, those ravished by war or natural disasters who can't recover. There is no shortage of the broken, the poor, the hungry. We might not have caused their condition, but we do have a moral obligation as their brothers and sisters to do what we can to help. Before the days of big government and religious intolerance, giving was a natural part of the life of every community. Churches and communities did their best to see to those who needed assistance. It was a personal involvement. Now, we're forced in the name of common good to give of our means if we're tax-paying citizens, so that programs by the government can help those in need. Now, I'm not saying that's bad at all, but it's no longer a personal endeavor. Many people justify their lack of involvement in community programs to the fact that their taxes are going to the needy, at least a portion of them, and at least that portion that doesn't go to paying salaries. And mostly, we have very little awareness of where our tax dollars are going. And still, we find groups who are actively helping the needy. This is how much it's embedded in our makeup. Many want to do more, to give to other organizations above taxation. Why? Because it adds meaning to our lives. But with a move away from involvement in religious organizations that we see today, those personal opportunities might be getting harder to find. The involvement of caring people in the lives of the needy within the local community, it's dwindling. Look at our church groups. Most often, the groups that offer outreach are made up of the elderly, and the groups aren't growing, they're shrinking. Where is the passion that we once had to participate in the building up of our communities? Where are the young people that once were conscripted by their parents as a part of their training to learn the participative acts of kindness that keep our local charitable outreach groups humming smoothly? The work and the need hasn't magically disappeared, but there seem to be fewer hands to get things done. And so fewer people are able to benefit from these acts of mercy. Fortunately, they're not altogether gone yet. There are groups that actively collect for the less fortunate and serve them, and those who actively pursue things like building homes for the needy. Do you have a skill, or are you at least able-bodied? Find a group that helps the elderly with the care of their properties, or fixes up houses in poor neighborhoods, or rebuilds areas struck by disaster. Start a group that spruces up low-income housing areas. Choose a physical and material way to exercise those acts of mercy that Jesus talks about as he teaches his way across the Jewish and Samaritan cultures. Many churches adopt parishes in impoverished areas. Join the team so that you can participate in a personal way with your skills. Your involvement is needed so that these groups can run productive mission trips. Create a group if you don't know of one. Gather people together and go and do for others. Don't know where to go? Find a local shelter or soup kitchen, and I'll bet they'll be able to give you some ideas. And most importantly, teach your children, involve your children, encourage your children to serve. Are they too busy with sports and academic studies? Make the time so that our next generation learns this invaluable teaching of Jesus, giving not only of our plenty, but of ourselves to help those who are less fortunate in a real and physical way, with acts of mercy that touch people close to home and far away. And pray for them. Pray for the poor and the needy, and pray for our next generation that they will pick up the ball and run with it with excitement. Pray well. Be sure to check the comments to find today's song pick, and share or comment to let Facebook know that people are watching. Have a great day.